YouTube. Crazy episode of Beautiful Bones, episode 11. Um, so much that fucking happened, man. Shoutaurou got stabbed, and I'm just like confused. Like, is this love or I'm confused on Sakurako's love for him. Do she see him as a little brother love or as you know love? Because I'm pretty sure Shoutaurou sees her as like I want to be with you, love. But we'll start off with this review by, recapping the last episode with the three students that all ran away. Basically, we found one, told her basically to help them. She didn't want to give up no answer, so Sakurako, being, smart as hell, she said, alright, you can stay with us. We'll feed you and stuff. And, she basically said when you show love to a person, they'll end up talking. So, in this episode, she had a dream of her two friends, and she woke up and decided to talk with Sakurako. So she basically said she might be at this spot, and they drove off to that spot. Her, the teachers, the girl, the teacher, Sakurako, and Shotaro. And little did they know, they found the girl. She was like laid out and on pills, and Sakurako saying it wasn't enough pills to overdose on them. So the girl wake up was like, "What are you guys doing here?" And then the girl was just like happy to see her. And you know, when they first arrived there, she sent Hector to go like find something, and obviously we know he went to find bones, human bones, and it's kind of weird having orthodontists, I think it is, that love bones that like not collect, but I guess collect. But an expert on bones have a dog that's like into bones like Hector. So basically, he found a bone, and they all went outside to see that it was a bone of the friend that went missing. And everybody was looking really sad. And Shotaro was like, Sakurako. And she's like, what? She's told the teacher and him, you have to be prepared for the worst. She was like, I told you guys that. And she's absolutely right. Like, you have to be prepared for the worst. So, the plot of this episode was who killed the friend. And obviously, we seen her bones underground, in the right there. And she basically, Sakurako was like, so which one of you two killed her? And I'm like, damn, how's she just gonna, like, I'm thinking it was like a murder. I'm like, how's she just gonna blame her friends? But by now, I learned to never question her. This girl is so smart, and she's not even a detective. It's crazy. So, the red hair girl was like, it's red hair girl and the brown hair girl. The brown hair girl was the one that almost tried to OD. So the red hair girl was like, nobody. She was like, it was neither one of us. She was basically said that, they all had problems in their lifestyles. So they decided to find some place where they found peace, which is the tree where she buried it now, and a little cabin. So she said this was where they would come, and then one day, the girl that's buried said, let's just die. Let's just die together, die happy. And then the friend that OD'd agreed. So the redhead girl thought it was kind of like funny, like, yeah, she thought they was joking till one day they came back and they were serious. They brought the rope to hang themselves with, and like, she was scared and ran away. But by the time she came back, the brown haired girl said, basically the girl that's buried did it. Like, she hung herself and died. So the two girls buried her there. So my thing is, the girl had like a bruised hand, which showed that it was kind of hard. Like, maybe it was hard to, like, put the rope and hang her. Well, if she didn't. But Sakurako basically said, alright, that's believable. Until she finds out that it was a bone broken, like, I want to say on her throat or on her jaw or something. But she said, no, that's not true, basically. So you guys lied. These two bones are broken, basically. She was like, that means it had to be force involved. One of you guys had to kill her. So the brown haired girl just started going crazy, like, yes, I killed her. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, she killed her. Arrest her ass. She said she had no choice though. Like, she said she wanted, like, the black haired girl really wanted to die. And she said, alright, so how about I kill my. No, wait, what'd she say? She said, how about you hang me and then kill yourself? And then the girl, the brown haired girl didn't want to do it. So the black haired girl said, fine, I'll hang you and kill myself and charged at her. So basically, in a way, I guess that's self defense. And the red haired girl looked at her in disgust, but the brown haired girl clapped back at her like, who's the worst friend now? If you didn't run away on us, this wouldn't have never happened. Which is a very good point. So, do she get charged for death? Like, it's kind of like it is self-defense, but it's just a messed up situation. And this is when, like, the episode takes the turn for the worse. Like, she basically seen that some bone was missing. I forgot what the bone was called, but basically her uncle used to do the same thing she's doing, and he's found, like, some guy out there taking people, killing people, not killing, but masterminding and plotting people's deaths and stealing their certain type of bones. Not certain type, but the same bone from everybody. And she said, this is the same guy. She said, I know it is. And then she accused of the redhead girl, artist. I guess the redhead girl fell in love with an artist, and Sakurako knows it's him. And, the redhead girl defended him like, no, he's an angel. Just saying stuff like he don't have hair where normal people have. And I'm like, what? I'm like, what the hell? What's the point of saying that? So she said he even gave me wings. And it was like a clip where, it shows him cutting her back and saying he was going to give her butterfly wings. And I'm just like, that's not love. So she's like, he loved me and all that. So Sakurako's like, you're a fool. There is no love. He loved nobody. He's been poisoning your ears with this sweet talk. And, she walked off. And the girl pulled out a knife and ran and, like, tried to stab her. And, Sakurako looked at her and it looked like she got stabbed. I'm like, oh, hell no. I'm like, she really stabbed her? And then it ends up being Shoutaurou getting stabbed. So I was pretty crazy. Like, I didn't expect that. So it ends up, showing the redhead girl in a mental hospital. She's like in one of those straitjackets with no, arms, or your arms tied up or something, like one of those. So, and it also shows that Shoutaurou in the hospital eating pudding. And it shows this hard moment where, Sakurako comes to visit him. It's like, we can't be friends anymore. I don't want you to come to my house. I don't want to see you no more. She's like, the guy that I'm dealing with is going to be very dangerous. He probably already know about us. You're not safe being around me. And you could tell by Shotauro's face, it broke his heart because he's just looking like, what? She's like, but, he's like, that's why you never call me by my name? And she's like, yeah, that's right. And walks off. And he just like, arm drop, head down. So he's just like heartbroken. Pretty fucking sad. The man take a stab for her and she's just up and leave him. I guess for his own good, but I can kind of predict this. I think he's gonna save her actually on the next like mission. Cause Shoutaurou is a pretty good detective his damn self. He may not be like as knowing as Sakarako, but he's a pretty good detective and good at putting two to two together. So, with that said, episode 11 is absolutely one of the best episodes in this anime. I won't say this is, anime of the year, or you never know. It's not. I'm not gonna say if it make my top 10, but this is definitely one of like the sleepers of 2015. But with that said, if you guys watch this, let me know what you think in the comments below. Peace out, YouTube.